Welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here, and I am here to talk about pumping schedules. Regardless if that's for the holidays, if that's summer vacation, if that is, taking a day to yourself of self-care, it's so important to make sure that you keep to the schedule as much as possible. If you are not, plan for that in advance. I'm going to say that again. If you are not able to keep to your schedule, plan for that in advance. I know that things come up day in and day out and we can't always plan and do everything accordingly. But it is so very important to make sure that if you do know in advance, go ahead and understand that and then come up with a plan that may work. If it comes to unexpectedly missing a schedule pump, or you were out too long, you didn't have something, or you're missing something, it's definitely very important. You can always pump when you can get back on your schedule, but this is more for you are able to plan. This podcast is all about being able and knowing that you have something coming up. Like I said, regardless if it's holidays, if it's summer vacation, if it's just a day to yourself, if you know this is coming, let's plan ahead for that. So the first thing, I'm going to give you some tips to consider. The first thing is doing your best to stay on your existing pumping schedule. Say it again. Doing your best. I'm going to highlight that. Doing your best. It doesn't always mean you're going to always stay on schedule. It doesn't always mean that you're going to get it right. You're going to knock it out the park. But if you can try, come up with a plan, figure out if I need to pump it this time, and this time, definitely do so. But it is so very important to make sure that you're staying on your schedule as much as possible. But grant yourself some grace. If it's a wedding, if it's, you have this event to go to, it's something for your children or child, grant yourself the grace to figure out, I'm going to need to miss this. If you beat yourself up all the time, then what's the point of missing it? I'm serious. I make that sound so easy to do, but I just mean it. If you gonna sleep through, this is not even what this podcast is about, but I gotta throw it out there anyway. If you gonna sleep through the night, if you gonna miss that alarm, enjoy the sleep that you just got. If you're gonna miss something because of your friend's wedding, be in the moment with your friend. So doing your best to stay on schedule, trying to plan accordingly. Understand what your plans are for the day and tweak the pumping schedule as needed. If you know that there's a dinner that you got to be at 2:00, pump on your way to the dinner. Let it reset and know that the day is just going to be all messed up. Know that you're supposed to pump at 3, but you got the dinner at 2. Pump at 2 or on the way to the dinner at 2. Don't try to be on time to the dinner so everybody's waiting for you, because I know that's how it goes with family dinners. That's a whole nother story. If it's your friend's wedding, and you have makeup to do at 8:00 in the morning, it's a perfect time to, pump on the way there. Get your makeup done. Pump while you're getting your makeup done. If it's during the reception, try to pump between all those lovely pictures. Like when you're done, the bride and groom usually, or the, whatever the dynamic is usually taking more pictures. Let's do that too. If it's, you got a doctor's appointment and it's for something longer term, like you're going to be there for a while, pump on your way there. I'm just trying to encourage you. Knowing what the plans are, planning for in advance is amazing. Then setting an alarm on your phone or your partner's phone, because you got to remember, we can get so caught up in the moment. We're seeing family, friends at a wedding, at a event, whatever it is, and time gets away from us. Please understand, if you've been pumping every 3 hours for 30 minutes for the first 12 weeks with the right pump flange products and schedule, I got to throw that out there. I'm going to talk about actual what we recommend, the generalized 240-minute rule as well. But what I'm saying is that we know if we're sticking to our schedule, how quickly time goes past. So setting the alarm to make sure that you get that pumping session in is so very, very critical. Or setting on your partner's phone, or setting it on a family member's phone, or having an accountability partner, having a pump buddy in the Pump Buddy system, trademarked by Pump with Purpose. Gonna throw that out there as well. So many resources at Pump with Purpose. I'm just so proud of what we're doing over here, but that's not what this podcast is about. Seriously. I'm just so important to make sure you have people in your circle and in your corner that can keep you accountable. Have a conversation with your loved ones about educating them on the importance on pumping on the schedule. So especially when we're at family functions, everything, you about to go? You about to go already? Especially if you, so it depends. I'll be honest. First journey, I wasn't as I went to the back room, not because I was nervous to pump in front of my family or my husband's family, but I needed a break, y'all. You don't know this about me. I'm actually an introvert, and becoming more introverted over the years. That's why Pump with Purpose is such an amazing thing to have. But I needed a break. I would take my baby, we would go to the back and leave my husband up front or wherever we were. But what I'm saying is that if you do want to pump by yourself or with your baby, it's very important to, I gotta go. Where's the back room? Or, I gotta go. I'll see you in a little bit. Make it as lighthearted as possible. If it's you deciding to pump in front of people, listen, do what works best for you. If you're comfortable covering up, cover up. If you're not, don't. Having other options as well. Having like a wearable pump, which is the next thing, depending on your settings, utilizing a pumping cover or wearable pump for privacy. If you need to be out and about and you want to pop in a wearable, know that wearables may not empty you traditional flanges, but they can get out some milk. Hopefully, if you got a decent one that works well for your body, it can get out the milk. So making sure that you have a pumping cover, or if you're using traditional flanges, if you choose to, or maybe you want more privacy and want a wearable pump or cups, maybe you figured out, how to do it in a way that doesn't bother you, like however it works best. But having an extra pump that allows for more privacy, if that's your goal, or having a pumping cover is very important. Then the Pump Buddy system. Come say it again, the Pump Buddy system. Having a pump buddy to keep you accountable. Like if you girl, oh, listen, y'all, I gotta go to this family function. Can you send me a message at 3:00 to remind me that I need to pump? Can you, call me at 3:00 so I can remind myself that I need to go pump and I don't get distracted? Better yet, call me at 3:05. So just in case I turn my alarm off at 3:00, you can always hit the snooze, but in case you hit the wrong button, having somebody to call you to keep you accountable or text you, whatever way works best for you is important. And finally, granting yourself some grace with holidays, weddings, summer season, travel. It can be a lot. I'm not going to even have too scared thoughts about it. It can be a lot for people. So granting yourself some grace and doing the best you can is so very important. We're not going to get it right 100,000 times right. We're not going to get it right every single day. Broke what they say. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. We're not going to always knock it out of the park or knock it out of 2 parks. And we got to normalize that. But if we are trying and doing our best, if we get off schedule for a day, then get back on schedule as soon as you can on the next day. If you have an off day, if you just don't feel in the mood, please grant yourself some grace. And so I just think it's so very important to make sure that you understand what works best for you. If you want to talk about your pumping schedule, I'll talk about the 240-minute rule, the generalized 240-minute rule, trademarked by Pump with Purpose. So the 240-minute rule is pumping every 3 hours for 30 minutes for the first 12 weeks with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. That's our generalized advice to help you establish supply. It can also help you maintain supply, but definitely establish supply after birth. So if you're interested in a pumping schedule, if you're interested in increasing your milk supply, if you're interested in a personalized plan personalized plan, but also which is called on our platform a Premier Pumping Plan that discusses pump, flange, products, and schedule are the main things a part of it, and other tips and tricks along the way as well, then you want to book a Premier Pumping Consult. www.pumpwithpurpose.com pumpwithpurpose.com. So this is Dr. Diana here. Until next time with Pump with Purpose.